Welcome to Fit for Life. We're back again, another day. We're going to do a little more exercise, and we're going to be doing our strength training again, because remember what I said, twice a week minimum. We don't do it 3 times on this show. If you want to do it, but just make sure that there's a day or 2 in between, all right? So our show today is called Staying Strong. You have to do this more than once a month. You should try to do strength training, as I said, twice a week at least. And we're going to work on the lower body first, and then we're going to do the upper body with our weights. And I hope you have your weights with you today. We use weights, we use exercise bands, which we will use on another show. Have water with you, comfortable clothing, and comfortable tie shoes. I guess we used to call them sneakers. They're called athletic shoes now, and a whole bunch of other things. So keep that in mind. But I want to do like a little review just by starting with the morning exercises that we do in bed, all right? So you have to kind of picture yourself lying flat in bed. And we can do that. We'll just make believe we just woke up. You have one eye opened. What I would like to do or have you do is slide forward in your chair just a little bit. And this is what we do. You're going to put your legs out straight. We'll do one leg at a time. It would be difficult to do both holding on to the arms of the chair. You're just going to lift up, hold it for a couple of seconds, and bring it down. Again, lifting up. So you're strengthening your quadriceps, your abdomen. You're tightening this. You're strengthening your back a little bit. You're going to lift up again, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. How does that feel? And 7 and 8. 8 is enough. I can feel that too. But we have 2 legs, so we have to do the other side. All right, so remember you're lying flat on the bed like this, so you'll have one knee bent. We're going to do the other side, lifting up. Good. Don't hold your breath, just do your natural breathing as high as you can go. Now, when you're lying down, that leg will come up a little bit higher. You'll notice that. And 4, feel it, and 5, and here, and 6, getting stronger, 7, and 8. Now, I know you felt that. Let's relax just for a minute. Now, pull one leg up towards your head, your chin, whatever. Pulling it up, up, up. Remember, you're lying down, so this leg is straight or flat on the bed, isn't it? Let's try the other side, lifting up. What does this stretch? What does this do? It stretches your lower back and your hamstring. Very important to stretch the hamstrings, because when they get tight, you can get cramping, and you know how uncomfortable that is, right? So we're just pulling those knees to the chest. Good. All right. Now we're going to do some knee lifts. We don't have weights on our ankles or anything. We're just going to use our own body weight to strengthen the quadriceps. So all you have to do is lift this foot up, get a book, read a couple of chapters. By the time you finish that chapter, well, you might be paralyzed if you held it up that long, but you want to strengthen this, so just keep it up while I'm talking. And we're going to circle that foot. That helps to keep the leg up there, because I know it feels uncomfortable after a while, and if it feels really bad, just put it down right away. We'll lift the other leg up. Put your hand there. You can feel how hard that muscle group gets, yes? So you're lifting it up, and you're going to circle and circle. Doesn't that feel good, though? Let's go the other way. We'll say this is 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, and we'll put it down. All right, that feels pretty good, I think. Hands on your knees. Let's pull ourselves up nice and straight. We usually do this one in yoga, but you need to be reminded of your posture all the time. All right, we're going to do another one that I didn't have on the list, but I love it. It's good for us, great for this area and the lower back and your legs too. Straight out with the legs. Arms out and back and forth. So we're not lying down right now. We're sitting in a chair. Now do your arms with your legs. Great, again, for that abdomen to tighten it up a little bit, strengthen your lower back. You want those areas to stay as strong as possible. Because if one is weak, and the other is strong, you're off balance. Doesn't work. Just doesn't work. All right, no arms, and just the legs a few times. I don't get tired when I do that at all, but it is tightening and toning and strengthening all of these areas that I talked about. Wonderful. And then we'll put our feet down. Good. Now, I think most of you have arms on your chairs. If you don't, this one might be easier, but I'm going to come forward a little bit, one leg out, and I want you to bring it to the side this time. And this also strengthens the hip area, and it flexes it, stretches it out just a little bit too. And we'll say this is 5 and 6. And you're not used to doing this, are you? And 8, and we'll put it down. Good. You can feel that. Not so comfortable. Again, watch out, people that have had surgery, even in the past year or 2 years, there might be some things you're not supposed to be doing. And I'm pretty sure you had physical therapy after your surgery, and you've got a list of all the things you can do and can't do. And you should take a look at them and see if there are things that you can still do, though, that you should be doing. And 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. But now we've been doing a lot with these quadriceps, which also help you to balance when these legs are nice, when the quadriceps are nice and strong. So I'm going to come even more forward in the chair. We need to stretch these out right now, okay? So you're going to turn a little bit in the chair. I think we've done this once before. You will recognize it, I think. Now your outside leg needs to go and back like this, just a little bit. I'm going to sit up straight and reach down and grab that leg. If you can't reach all the way down, you might be able to reach your pant leg, especially if it stretches. And you can grab your shin or you can grab your ankle, and you're going to pull back. Give yourself enough room. Don't have a table next door just like this one. So you're pulling back, you're stretching this out. If you can let go and balance, and I don't want you to fall off the chair, you're going to reach forward, pull the chin in, and then pull back at the same time. This is a great stretch, and it's a full body stretch. But you're stretching those quadriceps out without standing or lying down. You can also do it on your side in bed. So that stretches the quads. Ideally, you would do that, well, ideally would be longer than 10 seconds. 20 would be better, 30 even better. Now you're going to switch that leg, heel down, toe up. Watch that back. I don't want to see this. Keep your back straight and come forward. What are we stretching now? Can you feel it? Yeah, right here, the hamstring. Hamstring. Why do they call it a hamstring anyway? Does anyone know that? I don't know. Keep the back straight and come forward. You won't be able to come forward very much with your back straight like this, but you'll get a better stretch. Now you're going to round down over it. Now I'm going to let you round over. You might even be able to touch your toe, some of you. Just be careful. Pay attention to how your back feels when you're exercising. And you're going to touch that toe and you're going to come back up. We have 2 sides, so we have to do the other side. Try not to let your posture go. This goes in back. You're going to reach down again and lift and pull back, nice and tall. Doesn't that feel great? If you could see yourself in a mirror, you would see how much better you look and feel, actually. You can swallow better and breathe better when your posture is better. So keep that in mind. You're still pulling back. See, I'm trying to keep your mind busy so you don't notice the difficulty of what you're doing. Pulling back and reaching forward. Can you do that? Oh yeah, pull that chin in. You look like a statue. Grecian statue, that's what I call it. All right, you're going to let that foot come down and switch. Heel down, the toe is up, nice and tall. Put your hand right here on your thigh and come forward with a flat back if you can. Not so comfy. Keep it nice and straight here. All right, if you want, you can round over, so it's a nice spinal flexion anyway. And then see if you can touch your toe. And if you did this even in an hour or so, or the next day, each day you would be able to go a little bit farther, believe me. I haven't done this for a while. This one, I stretch in other ways, but I should be doing more of this stretch because it's really wonderful. Grab some water, and then I'm going to have you relax for a minute. So we'll do the next section. And I'd like you to grab your bands. I hope you all have a band. If not, you can just watch, or there might be some things that you can still do. All right, so for the upper body, you're going to just hold on to the ends of the band, yeah? And you're going to lift your arms up, 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 and back, and pull it down and back. So this is also for your posture, which I know, I talk about it all the time. So lifting up and back. Now, you know we do at least 8 of everything. We can try for 10. If I say 8 and then I keep talking, you can do 10. You can do it on your own. And don't hold your breath on this one. Now, if you want to, you can breathe out as you go up. This is a little different. Breathe out, go, and then down and back. Good. As long as you don't hold your breath, that's good. So we're doing the upper body now. We just did the lower body. Down and back. Good. Let's try it again. How you feeling? You're getting a full body workout. This is going to be wonderful. And down in front. Good. And lift it up again and down and back. Great. And don't forget to hold on to the ends. Don't bring your hands into the band. Just up and nice and tall and in back. So how does that feel? Feels pretty good, right? All right, good. Drop your chin down because you've been tightening your upper body muscles. You've been tightening your neck. So let's stretch it out a little. I can feel it in that upper area. You can just feel it stretching right out. It's wonderful. But let's do the opposite. Let's look up. Good. And then we'll bring the head back. Okay. Now this time, you're going to wrap the band. Good. And then wrap the band again. Great. All right. And then you're going to lift up. Pull out to the sides, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. How you doing? 5, you're tightening your abdomen without even knowing it. 6 and 7, wonderful. Feel it in your shoulders, the trapezius, your upper back. But you know where I feel it the most? Well, in the arms too, of course, but I feel it in my neck, and that's why I do all these stretches for the neck, because I know you're feeling the same thing. So, all right, so we were up this time. We're going to go straight out, arms right out from the shoulders, feet flat, nice and tall. Pull that chin in. Breathe out as you pull out. I think this one's a little tougher. Breathe out. Great. Breathe out again. Here. And breathe out. I would say this is 5, even if it isn't. And 6. And 7. And 8. Let's do 10. I shouldn't do 10 with one of the tougher exercises, should I? But I think you can do it. Great. Just bring your hands together. Why don't you rest your chin right on your hands? Make a little shelf here. See how flat that is? Close your eyes and just rest for a minute. Wonderful. Catch your breath. All right, let's take the band. Come forward a little bit. I know it's hard to keep your back flat when you're coming forward. Do the best you can. I just don't want to see this. All right? Good. Now let's pull out 1 and 2. How are you doing? So we were up, we were center, and now we're down. 3, 4 coming up. If it's 5, that's okay. 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. Great. Okay. All right, now I just want you to rest for a minute. Just relax. And what I'd like you to do is cross your arms and grab your shoulders and pull yourself forward. How does that feel? Pretty good? Great. And then you can come and sit up straight and look up at the ceiling. Now, just pull yourself forward, your whole upper body, and then come back. Wonderful. Let's try another stretch for that upper back. Your arm is out from the shoulder, palm up, and you're going to pull that arm across. How does that feel? Pretty good. Do we have room here? Yes. Sitting up straight, how far back can you go without turning your body? You really shouldn't be able to see your hand out of the corner of your eye. Maybe some of you can only go this far back, and then you could see your hand. But as you do it, it will go back a little bit more, a little bit more. Great. Try the other side, palm up. Always remember, these stretches that I do with you, they should be done a little bit longer. I'm just trying to give you more than one thing, more than one or two things that you can do. But I think this one feels wonderful. I can feel it all the way down to mid-back. Doesn't that feel great? All right, now let's do something. Well, for the arms, the upper back, you're going to put the band under one foot, kind of in the middle of the foot, so the toe hangs over a bit. Holding on, sitting up straight now. I'm going to come forward just a little bit. You're going to pull that band back. How does that feel? All right, try it again. And 2. Good. Getting a good workout today, aren't you? And 4. So next time we do strength training, we will be using the dumbbells, or the free weights as we call them. You can see those down on the floor next to me. I think this is 5. What do you think? Can you feel this in your arms, your upper back? Keep that foot flexed, so that means the toe comes back toward you. And 6, maybe it's more. Let's do, we'll say this is 8. Then we could do 10. Here, great. And 1 more. Great. We'll put that heel down. All right. We have to do the other side, folks. We do. Maybe you take a nice shower after this to loosen those muscles up a bit. All right. You're going to lift that foot up, flex the foot back, sit up nice and straight, and breathe out. You don't have to breathe in first. Just go. And you don't have to do it on every repetition. Just to kind of remind you not to hold your breath. Especially with strength training, it can raise the blood pressure a little bit if you're doing that all the time. Breathing out and back and pull back. You're doing great. If you're still with me, you are. And we'll say this is 6. And you know, you probably should count on your own, okay? I'm always thinking of the next thing. What are we going to do next? We're going to do a lot of stuff. Anything that makes you feel physically better, look physically better. Let's do another one. Do an extra one here. All right, and then foot down. Grab some water while I'm talking to you. I'm going to give you another exercise that I didn't plan to do. It's for strengthening the lower body, almost all of the lower body, starting with the hips and the lower back and the knees and all of the leg, even the feet. But we have to be careful of hips again. And if you think this isn't going to work for you, I don't want you to do it. So why don't we just do it so you'll see it and you'll know what I'm talking about. So we'll take the band, put it under both feet this time. Okay. Just holding on to the ends. We're not wrapping the band, right? And I'm going to walk out on my heels a little bit, sitting up straight. Now don't pull the band back. Can you pull your feet apart? Any pain at all, or if you think you shouldn't be doing it, just wait for us, please. All right, this is great for all of the lower body, almost all. Tightens and tones the muscles and strengthens them. Sitting up straight. I'm going to let them come back. Now I'm going to breathe out as I pull those feet apart and just hold it for a few seconds because you're just starting to do this. I mean, this is good for hips and glutes and legs and feet and ankles and everything. and then we'll bring it back. Try it again, breathing out. And you don't have to bring your feet way out, just do what you can, see how it feels. But I do feel my posture going. I'm going to try to stay as straight as I can. Breathing out again. And slowly back. And you can stop whenever you're ready. We'll just do a couple for those that want to do it. And we'll just bring it out. Good. And back. Again. Just a little breath out. And back. Again. How does that feel? Okay, I think that's enough. And feet down. Now what I'd like you to do is just hold on to this band. This is a nothing exercise. I just like to do it. And if there's a lot of humidity in the air, this will stick and it won't come back. So apparently there is not a lot of humidity in this building. Let's try the other side. It's just a nice exercise for the wrist. Twirl it around. This band is kind of thick. And if it does, if it sticks, that means there's a lot of humidity. What do you think? Was that exciting? I don't know. All right, let's put the bands away. You've had quite a bit today. You've done a lot. If you're doing this for the first time, I hope you're enjoying it. Again, you don't have to do everything. But I would like to end, now this, again, we're still with the lower body. We're still trying to strengthen the lower body. I'd like us to see if we can do the sit-stand. We've done it many times on these shows. And all it is standing up without holding on from a chair. Have you ever sat in a soft sofa? You just couldn't, you want to keep these strong, so you'll be able to do that, all right? And I know you're not always going to try to stand without holding on. You might want to do this, but you never know, and you want to look a little bit graceful. So let's strengthen those quadriceps by standing up again and down. If you cannot get up at all, well, first of all, you have to come forward a little bit. That helps a lot. But if you have a real problem with that or can't do it at all, you have to strengthen these. That means you have weak quadricep muscles. But the good news is they can be strengthened. You just have to do these things I give you, or if you take other classes, or just read any article you can find on health and fitness for seniors, and then you can do these, and then we'll sit back down again. I'm going to say that's 4, but I'd like to do 8 of them. 5. Good. Keep going. If you do 4, that's great. And sit back down. Don't take a step forward. The chair won't be there when you sit down. Up. And let's try one more. And up. Great. Good job. Grab some water again. And what we're going to do now, or in a minute or so, is nothing. How do you like that? That's what meditation is all about. Meditation, relaxation. You try to simplify your life a little bit, clear your mind, calm yourself down with those yoga breaths. It does work, but you have to do it. I practice and teach something called mindfulness meditation. There are different types of meditation. Mindfulness is just using that yoga breath I've been showing you, trying to relax, and just being here, being in the moment, being in your home, not thinking about going to lunch or doing errands or what you did before or what's bothering you or what you saw. Try to clear your mind. It's really important to do that, especially as we age. But it's good for everyone, of course. But there's so much going on right now. You need to come back to yourself, to calmness. So I've got this music on. I'm hoping, you might be listening to this and saying, gee, that sounds pretty good. And already I feel a little bit better. So if you want, you can close your eyes, as long as you can hear me. You're going to breathe up through your nose. Hold that breath. And exhale again, just like we did before. This just kind of gets you into that calm mood. And the music helps, I think. This is cello and harp. And I've had good luck with this. People seem to like it. Let's take another breath up through the nose. Hold that breath and exhale. Now sit back, let your chin drop right down. Move your head from side to side. If I fall asleep, we'll see you next time. But hopefully I'll stay awake. Then I'm gonna just let my head drop to the other side. Great. I find I can relax my mind with my eyes closed by just tilting the head back a little bit, as if you're looking up at the ceiling, but your eyes are still closed. And for some reason, I feel like I'm above things, so I'm not thinking so much of what's going on down on Earth. Just kind of feel yourself getting a little lighter. And now, when those thoughts come in again, because they always do, I have really not had great luck trying to totally clear my mind, but I'm working on it. Let's do one breath together, all the way up again, up through your nose, expanding that abdomen a little bit, holding, and then make that exhale through your mouth as long as possible. It should be longer than the inhale. You can make that whooshing sound if you want. And what that does is it brings the fresh air down to the bottom of your lungs. And that also will make your mind calmer, make you more relaxed, keep you in the moment, keeping you mindful of where you are, what you have, and why it's important to do these things. So I'm going to say bye for now, but come back. We're going to do balance next time. Bye. Thank you for dropping in.